A gente tá aqui no negócio de efeitos especiais.
It's a huge honor.
Tem muita gente aqui dentro, tem mais gente lá pro outro lado.
Welcome to the special effects show here at Universal Studios Hollywood! In a dark tent, suddenly the white backdrop is revealed and a single image appears. But when seen in the right order, in the right light, and at the right speed, those images seem to come to life to create a magical new world. For the last 100 years. And in that time, the studio has turned out some of the most memorable film moments in Hollywood history.
Hold on to your butts.
Example of practical effects, models. Check out the opening from Universal's 1933 version of The Mummy. It utilizes miniature effects. Now you can tell that's a scale model because looking closely at the real pyramids, they don't say The Mummy. See? Now, as you know, Universal just rebooted the Mummy franchise last year. The previous installment was in 1999, and the Sphinx from the opening shot of that movie is this actual model right here, the one used during that filming. And the attention to detail is incredible. Further proof that models are still an awesome way to fool the camera, right, Laura?
You're right, Ryan. Gentlemen, our special effects show stunt department!
All right! That was awesome. I love stunts. High-speed chases, fire burns, stunt fights, right? I mean, what do we get to do?
We get to wear fancy clothes. Now, you might not recognize their faces, but you've seen them in countless television shows and movies, sometimes doubling for your favorite celebrities. So, let's meet them now. Over here we have Rad. This is Woody, and our stunt coordinator, Michael. Welcome, guys. Now, Michael, is it true that stunt performers will almost always double for actors if ever there's a fight sequence involved?
Absolutely. Most actors do not like to get kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face.
Like so.
Oh! Is he okay? Oh, he's okay. Go ahead and get set up. You see, folks, when staging a fight, the art of illusion is very important. The moves need to look realistic to fool the camera, but without anyone getting hurt, and that is the performer's job to make it look believable. I'm gonna set the scene. Exterior, dark alley, dead of night. A couple of nefarious characters are just lurking about. Ready, and action!
Hey! Hey, where you going, huh? Where's your wallet at? You better hand it over! Huh? Come on! Jacob family, all the way from California. Thanks for making that trip in today. They're going to help demonstrate how the simple items on this cart can be repurposed to sound like something completely different than what you might think. For example, in Foley, a water bottle could be used to articulate the sounds of breaking bones. Something like this. Check it out. You kids can try that at home. Parents will love it. Cool, let's see what they have to Foley. It's from the movie Identity Thief, starring Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy. Now, while you watch, keep one eye on the scene itself, but make sure you look right next to it at the Universal Foley artists. Hard at work. Check it out.
Now, I have a plan.
Piece of cake, right, Isabel? Oh, yeah, girl, you got this. Quick recap of the sound effects so everybody's caught up to speed. Isabel, you'll be pulling double duty, starting with the crash box, filled with loud items. When she spins this, it's going to simulate the crash sounds we heard in that scene, and then you'll jump over to the high-tech, very expensive device. Please be careful. These are shoes glued to sticks! And that's for the running in the scene. Nicely done. Sophie, my dear, rolled up paper wrapped tightly and tape and cutting board for the body falls onto the ground. Julian, boxing gloves on sticks for the throat punch and the face smacks there. And last but not least, Jeff Cowbell and the bat for the panini hit to the back of the head. And you might have the hardest job of them all because you need to make these 2 pair of handcuffs sound like only 1 pair of handcuffs. Can you do that, Jeff? Okay, man. Hey, I believe in you. You got this. You guys look ready. You want to give it a shot? Yeah? Beautiful. You're ready. I know my booth is ready. That guy is ready. So let's do it, right? Let's roll sound, speed, and action. Not too bad, but now we'll see. Now comes our favorite part. We're going to take the actual dialogue and music from that scene, but lay over their real Foley track we just recorded live and see if I need to go grab you kids some applications, right? So let's line up right here. Turn around. Everybody, check out these side screens. Brought to you by the Jacob family.
Get over here and give me your wrists. Okay? Now, I have a plan. Sandy, right now.
Dracula, there's Chucky and his bride, Michael Myers, Emotep, or the Mummy, Phantom of the Opera, and Mother Bates from Psycho. It is the perfect setting for a horror demonstration starring our next volunteer.
Everyone give a warm welcome to Sammy helping us out today.
Hi, Sammy. Now, how do you scream?
Adorably effective.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Now, Sammy, as you saw earlier, our stunt performers have a very high threshold for pain. My question is, do you?
Well, Sammy, do you?
Oh,
there
that's more like
warming
it.
up now.
As you saw earlier. Or Sammy, this next demonstration involves movie blood. Does anyone out there know what Alfred Hitchcock used for movie blood in his classic film Psycho? Shout out.
Here you go, my dear. Whichever hand you don't want.
Here we go.
Don't worry, we're not going to use that dull machete, right, Sammy?
Crazy. No. I'm gonna use this knife because it's a lot sharper. Okay,
Perfect.
Take a look at the side screens. And don't worry, I won't feel a thing. On the count of 3, scream. 1, 2, 3, scream! She's okay! This is just a classic cinematic poor technique. It's a Hollywood blood knife. We've got a fake blade here and then a cutout that fits right over her arm. Then this handle here has a bulb, see, filled with movie blood. Oh, I scream, you scream, we're all temporarily traumatized. But hey, it's in the name of Sammy.
Yeah! Way to go, Sam. You killed it, my dear. That was awesome. Oh, no! What? Oh, Laura's gonna help you. You were great. I got blood on my fancy clothes!
Opportunity for you for being such a good sport. Do you have that cell phone on you? Yeah? Oh, you almost donated it to our little cart there. Perfect. We'll get that out. Get that set on camera mode. Here we go. Come on over here, my dear. Excellent. So set that on picture. I'll take that and have you stand right here with our classic Universal monsters. So just strike a pose, and on the count of 3, sing monster. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it transitioned into real fear there. Sammy, who's behind you? No! She's frozen in terror! Michael Myers! Oh, she's still screaming. Go home, Michael Myers. You get it. Oh, you're so strong, Michael Myers. It's okay. It's okay. She's like scared to move.
Yeah, this is happening. Sorry, dude. That poor child.
Yeah, poor thing. Can we bring out the perimeter sensors, please? Now, these markers reflect light back to sensors and then into a computer that will capture their movement. Can we see that capture up on the side screens? Now each marker appears here as a dot. All right, Ryan. Let's T-pose to indicate the beginning of a take. That when we're editing for continuity purposes. What are you doing?
Sorry, I don't know if you can tell, but this suit is tight.
Oh, make it work.
Okay.
Why don't you touch your nose with your left hand, then your right. We'll just go back and forth doing a series of basic movements to calibrate the system. Then you can go back to neutral, so arms at your side. We'll do some jumping jacks and running in place. Now, it might not look like much now, but using these movements, animators can change the aspect ratio, then build digital skeletons, add wire framing, and finally skins. This way we can take Ryan's movements and we can turn him into anything. As you can see here, he is a cuddly, friendly teddy bear, that's right.
Aw, hi.
But he's not just any teddy bear, because you're the star of Universal's Ted.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you just gotta dance. Can we get some dance music?
I got dance moves.
Yeah.
Oh, I got more. Get ready. Here we go. Tell you what, here's a little something for the ladies.
Oh. Something Ted would do. It's almost like he's here with us now. In fact, Ted, or what do you think about... Well, is the man of the hour. He'll be set on fire. That's rad. He's being assisted by our safeties, Woody and Michael. Now, looking at Rad's face, you might think, is he nervous because he's sweating rather profusely? This is not the case. It's a protective fire gel he's applied to all of his exposed areas. You might know from experience how unpleasant it can feel to miss a spot while wearing sunscreen. Just imagine what it would feel like to miss a spot while on fire. No, he's standing on our prep blanket, and this is where the fuel will be applied. We also have our safety standing by in case of premature ignition.
Extinguisher 1, check. Extinguisher 2, check.
Now, upon completion of the shot, he'll move over to the fire blanket to be extinguished. At this point, we'll be looking at him for a thumbs up. If we see a thumbs down, this is a sign we need to alert the medical team. As we continue the fueling process, I do want to remind you that these are trained professionals. They are using highly special equipment, wardrobes and fuels and gels. This is not something anyone out there should ever attempt to recreate on their own. Just so happens to be Rad's 27th burn. He's going to be going for a time of about 8 to 10 seconds. Also want to remind everyone, please remain seated for the entire duration of this stunt. Looks like we're getting close, so we'll set our lights and our timer to 0, and then whenever you gentlemen are ready.
Woody, you ready? Ready. Rad, you ready to burn?
No, dude.
Ready and action!
Lighting, you're lit!
He's on encore. Way up here. Join me. I'll have Miss Jean over here and Wade over here. Now, if you haven't figured out, you're playing the part of an astronaut. Have you ever dreamed of being an astronaut? Yeah, good. We're here to make dreams come true. It's kind of what theme parks do. Great. We do need to get your helmet, though. So I'm going to pass you off to Michael, our stunt coordinator. And Miss Jean, you're going to stay with me. Why don't we stand on that little mark there? Because you and I are going to have a bit of fun. Do I have a surprise for you? Coming in here is our Fisher flying rig. This is a computer-controlled cable system that we use to simulate flight. Now, it sounds complicated, but don't worry. There's an app for that. So I'm going to give you a little tutorial here. This green lever is going to take him up and down, and then this purple grid here is going to control his movement. So you can go, oh yeah, there it is up on the screen. So you can go nice and slow, or depending on the nature of your relationship, hey, just go to town, right? So speaking of which, are you dating? Are you married? Yes, all of the above. Great. Well, then this is good. And you're in control then. You get the power in the relationship today. So why don't you put your hand, slide it back through there. Perfect. And I'll be here to guide you along. So we're just going to check in on him, get some last minute instruction. Perfect. Stay right here. And we're just going to see Mr. Wade. Do you have any final words for your beautiful girlfriend and or wife over there? Oh, you know what he said? I love you. What's that? Oh, he says after this, you get to go shoe shopping in Beverly Hills. Yeah. And money is no object. Yeah, hashtag jealous. We do need to composite the scene, so there's rear projection to get our backplate image. Perfect, you're in space now. Okay, wait, over here. Good boy. Okay, oh, she's already ready. So why don't you take your finger, put on that green lever just like that, and then take them right on up, nice and easy. Perfect. Okay, so wait, don't touch the cables, and then put your shoulders back. So it's okay, shoulders back and chin up. Yes, there you go. Shoulders back, chin up, but very natural. Okay. And then you put your finger on that purple grid and then move him forward nice and slow, just like that. Perfect. Yeah. So when I tell you wait, you're gonna wave to the space station below. And just it's okay. We'll pull it back down. Let's just start over. We'll reset, pull it back down. Just stay right here. Okay, so shoulders back, chin up. Still natural. Okay, we'll just try. We'll keep him up a little bit. Yeah, do it again. We'll lever right here and keep him a little bit off the ground. Yeah, keep pressing. There we go. Yeah, keep him nice and low. Oh, gee. Okay, that's rather high, but that's all right. Just have some fun, right? Okay, it's okay. So whatever you do, don't look down. Why don't you bring him on in for a landing here? You got him. Yeah, stay right there. We'll get you down. There you go. You're safe. You're good. How about a hand for Wade? Our astronaut is. She's drunk with power. It's okay. We're gonna throw control up to the booth. They've got it up there. That's okay. All right, we're gonna get him on down for a landing. Okay, here he comes. Shoulders back, chin up. Shoulders back. Okay, Miss Jean, stand right over here for me. So stay right there. We're gonna get him unhooked. So stay right there. Perfect. Okay. Well. Good news is you're down safely. Bad news is Jean over there tried to murder you. So come on over. Why don't you give her a hug? Come on over. Like we said, the idea of special effects is to make the audience believe what they see is real. Oh, this could go on a while.
Acabamos de sair aqui do show, caraca, muito legal.
Show de efeitos especiais, mostrando como são feitos efeitos especiais. Aí mostra como eu falei, efeito de voar, efeito de pegar fogo, efeito de terror. Mostra
Muito bom.
qualquer coisa, né? De cada coisa, efeito de luta, como que são as de luta, sincronizadas e tal, efeito de sonoro, de botar som nas coisas. Aí, pô, muito legal mesmo, bem divertido, bem engraçado. E os apresentadores muito bons, muito legal. Vale a pena assistir a esse show aqui. Tem que esperar um pouquinho, você chega meia hora antes, 40 minutos antes, e você consegue vaga.
A gente não ficou tão na frente, só que ficou, eu achei bom o lugar que a gente ficou.
Sim, ficou legal.
Porque eu acho que também você tá muito perto, você consegue reparar muito nos detalhes. Aí, tipo, não é. Aí, tipo, você repara que não é tão, tipo, quando tá lá brigando. Daí você repara que o soco não pega nem nada. Então a gente ficou, não dá pra reparar. Eu acho que ficar muito perto estraga. Agora a gente vai pra onde?
A gente vai pro mundo das águas. Também a apresentação, não tenho ideia de como seja, não tenho ideia do que acontece lá. Daqui a 35 minutos começa, a gente tem que ir pra lá.